Hey everyone, I am here today with the game Imperium Legends, and I am going to be playing a solo game against the Olmec civilization, and I'm going to try to do a little better than when I did the unboxing of this, but uh, I've been enjoying this game now that I've gotten used to it and gotten used to the odd way, in my opinion, that the rule book is formatted. But in any case, I'll talk about setup and how to play and all that. And if you have any questions or you want to ask a question, please feel free to. Or if you're watching later on, make a comment if I didn't explain something, and I'll try to explain it to you a little better. But again, this is Imperium Legends. Boxes up there. Uh, so there's Imperium Classics, and this one is Imperium Legends. You can mix and match civilizations from them. Um, I did set up an additional camera over here where we can put some cards, so hopefully we can see those a little better, see the text on them as we talk about them, play them. So I'll just read the description of my civilization and the MInoans, and then we'll talk about the Olmecs too, and then we'll get going with setup and all that. So mine is the MInoans. As the MInoans, we'll probably focus on progress, which is this symbol here. We'll throw a progress token over here so you can see that. So there's progress. Um, you'll need it to develop, carefully manage your supply of uh, construction goods. So that's these construction goods to create beautiful pottery, but beware of the barbarian icon. If you abandon it after you become an empire, you won't be able to play it again. Keep your nation running efficiently with a discerning eye for important cards, and use your writing systems to consign unimportant cards to history. So you're really managing your deck in that one. It's a 3 out of 5 difficulty. And then I'm playing against the Olmecs, which is a 4. And as the Olympics, not the Olympics, as the Olmecs, your game will look different from that of most other players. You won't find any prosperity, conquer, advance, or glory cards in your deck. Instead, you'll need to rely on your stone masks. Masks are a tricky resource that let you draw more cards and power your pinned cards. That's the pin symbol there. I'll show that. So the pin symbol is this one. That's hard to see, sorry. I'm just going to leave it. It looks like an infinity loop. But they score your points only when they're in your history. Managing them carefully will be key to your success. Okay, so that's our civilizations that we're playing, and we keep that off to the side. So hopefully I don't forget anything. So there's progress. There's building tokens. There's population tokens. We grab a population and throw that over there. Okay, so we have all three of those types of resources, I guess, in the game. And then for setup, and we'll just talk about this, I get 1 progress, 3 building materials, and 2 population. And the AI doesn't need that because AI is going to be basically flipping cards and adding cards to get points via cards. And they have a slightly different setup than a normal player, but you can see that here. You take their ones with a plus or star symbol, and you put those shuffled face down. Then on top of that, you put their one with the little circle symbol here in the left-hand corner. You put that there, and then you shuffle your moon ones, which look like that, and then you shuffle those and place them face down on top of that card, so that when they get to that circle, one being included in their discard, then they will flip their state card from the barbarian side over to the empire side. And they start with some cards here, and then they have some cards out here, and we'll talk about that when it gets to the AI's turn. And they have a die that allows them to choose or ignore the cards that are out there relevant to what it's doing. And then my setup is I have a state card, and since I'm MInoans, it starts on the barbarian side. Like most civilizations, obviously, there's some exceptions to that, notably the Atlanteans. And then my nation card says, or my civilization card says, Solstice, you may discard a card to gain 1 progress. So I'll put that up there. That's what that one is. Um, So that's my card for the MInoans. And then I have some cards in my starting deck. I have a few cards that are the moon cards that go on top of my King Minos here. That once I get to King Minos, I will become an empire. So he is the trigger for me becoming an empire. And King Minos is gain 1 progress, and you may develop. And then this card will go into my history. History is a way of like removing cards from the game, but maybe also scoring them. And then we also have this stack of development cards that hopefully I'll be able to develop some later on in the game. So on my turn, I can do one of 3 things. I can play cards, or I can innovate, which is getting cards from the market, or I can revolt, which is getting rid of unrest. I can't remember how much. Can I get rid of all? Yeah, I can get rid of all unrest in my hand back to the unrest pile here, because if I ever run out of unrest, then the game is over, because civilization has collapsed, because this unrest has just taken over everybody's civilization, and that's one way to end the game. You can also end the game if you run out of your development cards. You can also end the game by running out of cards in the main deck up here. So the main deck will refill stuff after there are regions. So yeah, let's just talk about everything over here. This is unrest. This is fame up here. We won't get to that till later, but that's mainly victory points, but also can do some cool things. There are regions. You start with 6 region cards, and then you flip one up here. They do not get unrest underneath them, but uncivilized cards, again 6, and then you flip one. Uncivilized cards get unrest underneath them. The civilized cards, also 6, and then flip one up, get unrest underneath them. And then you mix all 3 of those, the regions, uncivilized and civilized, together along with cards that are tributary cards that have this pennant symbol, and you mix them all up to make the main deck, so that once these smaller decks are running out, the main deck will refill those also, and then the main deck just empties faster. So again, 3 ways for the game to end are main deck running out, the unrest, collapsing your civilizations, or if somebody has developed their last play card. Again, since this is a completely asymmetrical game, there are some exceptions to that, notably the Utopians and the Arthurians, but I'm not playing either of those tonight. I'm just going to be playing the MInoans, which are fairly straightforward empire. And feel free to ask questions later on, or if I miss something or mess something up. So this is first edition. They haven't updated things yet, but I know that there's at least 1 card in my deck that they had an errata to, and it had to change what it said, because it should have been a pinned card that stays out in front of you. So pinned cards stays out in front of you. So let's go ahead and get playing. Gonna stay hydrated. I think I need that right now, so we'll put that off to the side. So you draw 5 cards, 3, 4, and 5 cards. And then with that, like I said, you can play cards, you can buy 1 card, and when you get a card that way, it is called, I'm going to forget the keyword here, it is called innovating, so you don't have to take the card under it. Normally, if you acquire a card, you have to take the card under it too. But innovating means that you don't have to take that unrest, which is just junk in your deck. Also, in a solo game or in a 2-player game, you take out any 3- and 4-player marked cards in the bottom left-hand corner. So unrest is bad. It does bad things to you. But you can also get rid of them. There's ways to get rid of them. In fact, I'll just show you one right now. It says you can choose to pay 1 population or discard 2 cards, or pay 3 building materials. If you do, you return this card to the unrest pile here in the main area. I'm not going to do that right now, but that might be worth it later on. But one of the main things I need to do is get my cards out, like this one, which is a region card that's specific to me. It's Thera, because if I don't get it out now, because it has the barbarian symbol, I'm not going to be able to play it later. So I get it out, I play it, and I can use it. So I have 3 of these action tokens and 5 exhaustion tokens. Again, different civilizations do different things. So I will play an action, and it just goes from hand, and it goes on to there. Well, the action token comes from my state card, but the card comes from hand. I get to gain a progress, and then I may garrison a card. So if there's something I want to get out of rotation, I can put that into there. At this point, let's see what we have. We have conquer, pay 2 population to acquire, or pay 3 population to break through. Breaking through is like innovating in that I don't have to get that unrest that's underneath. So that's pretty good. I don't think I want to garrison that. Later on, I might want to garrison something different. Actually, right now I am going to just garrison this advance because I don't need it right now, and that'll help me cycle my deck faster. I think I'll be able to play Thera again before I become civilized. So I'm going to garrison advance because I can't afford it anyway. And then I'm going to play Cyprus. So I'll try to put these up here. I tried to leave a really big play area because my tableau will get kind of big as I play. But I'm going to play Cyprus for another action. And then I may garrison another card. I don't want to at this point. And then because the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 2. So I have to use my last action on that one. And this is not a pinned card like these ones. It doesn't have that symbol in the corners showing that it's pinned. So conquer is choose pay 2. So I'll pay 2 population to acquire. And that I could get a region, or I could get a tributary. The good thing about acquiring regions is they're not going to come with unrest underneath them. So I think I will take this Fortunate Isle, which says acquire any type of one of the 4 cards and then exile. So exile is just removing a card from the game. You put them up here. Because technically this is your board, this little 3-section thing. So I think I'm going to acquire that. It goes into my discard. And I put the unrest in my discard. And then this one goes in my discard. And then we reset at the end of every hand. You are doing a reset where you first incentivize one of the cards in the market. So I will probably be incentivizing over here in the regions because I know I need some regions because they do some good things for me. So I'm going to incentivize here, and then I'm going to reset my tokens. So those go back to my state card. And I don't have anything to discard, but I could discard now if I wanted to, and that's a good way to cycle your deck. And then I draw back up to 5 cards. So that's my 5 cards, and then the the Olmecs are going to take their turn. So I put the Olmecs up here. My discard is just out of frame, but hopefully you can. There's just a lot going on here, so hopefully you can see at least. So the Olmecs don't really use their special thing. They're just going to be playing cards from here, and then you have this table, and I did make some cards for this, but I've decided to just grab my book. But in the back you have what they do when they are a barbarian state, and then you have what they do once they become an empire. So we flip cards. Well, first we roll, and so that one's just going to stay where it's at because we rolled a 1. Normally you would flip all these, do something based on the symbol that shows first on there, and then it goes to the discard. And then you slide cards to the left. This one won't have to be slid to the left, but we will be incentivizing over here, but we'll wait to do that because that's 1. If you roll a 6, you don't incentivize anything, but you also have to play all the cards that are here. So this one won't get played. It'll stay where it's at. We flip over the 2, and it has a pinned icon first on it. And for the Olmecs, pinned means during the Barbarian state, if able, put a mask card from the discard pile into history to acquire, and it can't. So it says otherwise, gain 1 progress and put this card into history. So they're just going to start racking up their progress right away. And we put that into history. And then we flip the next one. And there's a mask. So with a mask, they will discard the top card of the bot deck. And this just helps them to cycle their deck faster. And then this goes there. So they're really looking to cycle as quickly as they can so that they can start adding those development cards so that they can become an empire. And then they really start getting points fast. And this one is another pinned card. So they will take one of their masks from the discard and into their history. And then they will acquire the best card that they can. Also, and then this is going to go to discard. So the best card that they can. So this one doesn't have any points other than the progress token on it. This one is 1 point. This one is considered the best because it is a variable point. It says to consider those 5. So we'll be taking that and the unrest. And then they'll put this unrest over there because this is going to be a civilized card. So it gets unrest underneath it. And then they get these to their discard pile. And then another stone mask, which again is you discard the top card of the bot deck, which is another mask, just to continue cycling their stuff. So immediately we refill like this, and they can't fill another one. So what they're going to do is they're going to add that top card of this pile over here to their discard. Oh no, it's Cacao. I don't like Cacao coming out that fast. Oh well. They will. You'll see why in a minute. But Cacao is a card specific to the Olmecs that does good things for them. So they have Cacao in their pile now. They'll draw back up, flip that to 5. Remember, the 6 doesn't get refilled, and now their deck is refilled. And the reason they were able to do that, get a card off the top of here, is because when they went to refill, this was empty. So that's when they would do that, and then we incentivize over here because we rolled a 1, and then it's back to me. So already we're through round 1. Once you get used to it, it really is not too difficult of a game. The hardest thing is, for me, wasn't even the asymmetrical decks. It was getting through the rule book. So, but I'll probably not play well tonight because that's what happens when I'm talking and I'm playing on stream. So I have 2 unrest. I'm just going to revolt on this turn, which means I'm going to drop these back into the unrest pile right now because I don't want those in my deck. And then I will drop these 3 here. Well, actually, I should do it in the right order. Oh, that happens in this order because I can't play anything. So those go into my discard pile. Then I incentivize. So what do I want to incentivize? I know that the Olmecs like to go for the uncivilized, so I'm going to put this on urban development. I think, yeah, that's what I will stick with. This is on urban development, and then I will get to grab one of my, and so you take an exhaust and put it over here is what you're technically supposed to do. I get to grab one of my state nation cards, and it goes into my discard before I shuffle my discard. Oh, and one thing I forgot is if I had any solstice stuff, when you're playing solitaire, the solstice happens after the bot takes its turn, and you get any benefits. I don't have any cards that give me a solstice benefit right now, so that's not a big deal. But do be aware of that if you have a solstice card out. Also, in the multiplayer game, you do the solstice after everybody has taken their turn. So I shuffle, I draw my new 5 cards. I guess I did have a solstice because of my MInoans. You can discard a card to gain additional progress. That probably would have been good. But then I would have only had, well, oh well, it's what I did. I did what I did. So my turn's over. It's back to the Olmecs. The Olmecs are going to do their stuff. So we roll again. And we're going to put that on 6, which means we're not getting rid of any of these, but we also don't incentivize any of these. So we'll do all these cards in order, left to right, which means that they're going to move probably pretty fast in cycling through their deck, is my guess. Because, again, a stone mask, and with that stone mask, they discard the top card of the deck. And then the next one is a pin card, which they will put that stone mask into history and acquire. And then this card is going to go into history too. Oh no, this is going to go into discard. But they will acquire the best card out there. Again, this has nothing. This is worth 2. This is worth 1. This one is worth 6. So they'll take this, including the unrest. And then we get that ready again. So they have another point from their progress token. Okay, and then another pinned one. So I don't think that there are any more. Nope, there are no more masks. So because there are no more masks, they will gain a progress token and put this one into history instead of their discard. And then the next one, stone mask. So they will continue to cycle through their discard pile. And an unrest. Unrest is other for this, so place the top card from the dynasty deck into discard. So that would be here. So they got to go through their stuff even though they didn't run out of their deck yet. So then they will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to get to do another one, and then they will shuffle. So they got going really fast already. And 5, and then they are, so they've already gone through their deck really fast. That's not great for me. Now it's solstice. Now if I wanted to remember, I can, because I only have 1 unrest, I'm going to choose to discard it to gain a progress, and that's my special ability for my my people. So I will do that, and then I'm going to play Fortunate Isle. And I'm going to use the special on it, which is acquire, and then exile this card. So I want to acquire this one right here and a different land just to replace it. So I'll lay this out in front of me, and then this gets exiled, and I will take that because it has a progress. And then I'll put this in my discard. I can conquer, pay 2 population. I don't have anything, so I can't do anything with that. Here is something that gives me more on Solstice. This is Gnosos. Gnosos, choose gain 1 population or gain 1 work material or draw a card. I love that. That's fantastic. It's not even nicer when I can get it out first or second round of the game, but seeing it now is good too. So Gnosos, yeah, I will take that action to play that card. And that's a pin card, so it stays out in front of me. I'll show you that card real quick. Mico is responsible for the artwork on these cards. So that's my, what is that called? I don't even remember what. Gnosis, my Gnosis card. And then, okay, that's out in front of me. So that's 2 actions. And for my third action, I'll just play Crete, which is another region. And it's good for me. It says I may garrison the card, so I could garrison this Conquer card. You know what? I think I will. Because I don't need that right now. So we're just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna be the peaceful MInoans. I don't know if that was a thing or not. So my hand's empty, which is good. So we incentivize first. Oh, I forgot to get a new region out. I'm gonna incentivize that more. And then we reset our tokens. And then after doing that, we discard if we have any, and then draw. So I have 2. I can't draw more, so I get to get out another card. I put the exhaust over here and put up another card in my discard pile. And then I shuffle my discard pile, which is exactly 3 cards. So I have that action efficiency right now. And it doesn't matter because I only have 2 cards in hand. And then I have 5 now. And then it is the bot's turn, so we will roll for the bot again. It gets a 1 again. And then we will start seeing what these cards are. So the bot is going to go here, gets a stone mask, which is, again, discarding the top card of the deck. It's just flying through that deck, unsurprisingly. And then another mask, so it's, again, going to discard the top card of the deck. And then it's going to go here. And Kikeo. Okay, so with Kikeo, this is what I was saying. I don't like this card. I don't like seeing it come out so early, but here it is. If able, return an unrest from discard, gain a progress, and then the good part is here I also get to return. So it doesn't have any unrest. So this worked out good for timing for me. So no unrest gets returned, but it does gain a progress. That's the biggest problem with Kikeo, is that it's going to start racking up these points. That goes there, and then I can return an unrest if I want to, but yeah, I do, because it's negative points. I don't want those in my deck. Let's get those out of my deck, get them out of the way. We'll return that unrest, and then last card for the bot is another stone mask, so it is continuing to just cycle quickly, and there's an unrest now. That would have been worse for me if that had come out earlier, but that's all the bot can do. And then we incentivize number 1 because we rolled a 1, and then we put new cards up. And the bot's turn is over. And thankfully for me, it still had 1 card here, which means it's not going to get more dynasty cards in. All right, so my turn. I have some cards I like. Writing System is a great one for the MInoans. So Writing System is exhaust, put a card from your discard pile into your history to draw a card. So I can get rid of barbarian cards if they show up, and then I can draw cards, or just find things, or just like, yeah, there's just ways that I can just get through my deck faster. So I like that, so I'm going to play it. And that takes an action. Play it in front of me, and it's a pinned card. And then I'm going to play Prosperity, which is a good card. And this one says, all players may draw a card. I don't have to worry about the bot. Excuse me. All players may draw a card. And then, after that, I can choose, gain 1. What are those called? I'm forgetting the name for those. They are the materials. Yeah, materials. So choose to gain 1 materials per pottery. So right now I would get 3 materials, or gain 1 population per region. Again, I would get 3 because I have 3 regions. And so those are just counting things that are in play. So either way, how's the game going? It's going well. After I got through that rule book a couple times, I'm really liking this game. It's very good. So I don't know if you were able to get your hands on this or Classics, but I like it. I think the AI is beating me right now because I'm playing against the Olmecs and they get points really quickly, but I'm not doing poorly. Okay, so I'm going to play Prosperity, like I said, and I get to draw a card. I don't have any cards to draw, so I can't do anything with that, but I get to get either 3 materials or 3 population. I'm going to go with 3 population. Haven't tried it yet. Going to have to look at it. I think that there's a decent simulator for it, so that would probably work for you. It is super asymmetrical, but that's what's fun about it. It is well designed, but there's a few misprints in the rule book and on cards, so just be aware of that. So that was my second action. And then I have one more action I can take. I can play pottery. Yes, I want to play my pottery so that I get it out before I become an empire. So I'm going to play my pottery. And that's a pinned card, but I have to play it while I'm a barbarian. So I'll put it over here. Just show you solstice. Choose pay 2 materials, or and place a progress token on this card, or abandon this card and gain all the progress. So it's a little engine until near the end of the game when you can break your pottery and gain all the good stuff out of it. So I'm going to play that for my third action. And then, so that's my 3 actions. Prosperity will go to my discard. And I'm actually running low on cards. That's okay. That means I'm going to get all my good cards from my dynasty out. Drink. Do I want to discard this? Not actually. It doesn't matter because it's just going to come back to that. So I get to get another. Well, it's not unrest, but it's from my dynasty, so that's okay. And then I'm going to incentivize. What do I want to incentivize? You know what? We're going to incentivize exports. And then I will draw and reset over here. And it's the AI's turn, and we will roll for the AI. The AI is going to get a 2, so that card will be sliding to the left. Let's find out what the AI does first. Stone Mask. So it will flip from its discard. That means it's getting another one of its destiny. It's getting really close to being an empire. And then a pin card. Again, put a mask into history. So it will put a mask into history, and it will acquire the best card. The best card right now, this is worth 1 point. This is worth 6 points. It will take that again from me. I should not have incentivized that. I should have looked at what it was getting. Oh well. But it did take an unrest. And we will put another one out there. This one is worth 2 points. All right. There's that. And then this one goes into discard. The bot will now place the top card from the dynasty, so it's going to get 2 this time. It is going to be an empire very soon. And then this one is, again, a stone I can't draw. So that's good for me, but it will take a second dynasty card. And because we've revealed the circle card, is it now? Let me check one thing. I don't know if it's now or when I put it into its discard. I think it's when I put it into its discard. But when the circle card is added to the bot discard, the bot becomes an empire. Okay, so it's not yet, but as soon as that card goes into its discard, which is probably 2 rounds away, maybe 3, it will become an empire. And then it really starts getting a lot of points. So I think the bot is winning right now, right at this point. And then put new cards out. And then we will incentivize number 2 because of that. And back to me. I only have 3 cards in hand. The only problem with cycling my deck is, oh, but it's solstice before it's my turn. So I can choose to pay 2 building materials and get, I'm going to do that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I don't have any development cards, but I'm going to need a lot of development in order to get my good development cards. So, shoot, that's a question. You know what? Point. I'm going to do it. I'm going to discard 2 building materials and put a progress token here. Other solstice things, I can gain 1 population or 1 building material or draw a card. I'm going to get the building material back so that I have those when I need it. And no solstice. I can discard a card to gain Progress, I will discard my Unrest. Getting kind of messy with my decks here, but I'm going to discard that Unrest and get a Progress token so that I can keep catching up. Okay, so that's, I do have 5 Progress tokens. I'm not doing horribly right now, but we'll see. We should see. And then my turn, I'll have 2 cards. So I probably need to acquire or innovate. If I innovate, I'm going to, let's see here. This one is exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card, exhaust when another player plays an attack. You may exhaust this card and pay 1 population to void. It's not that great, but it's worth 3 points. This has a solstice effect. You may discard a card to choose to gain 1 population or gain 1. One building materials or draw a card. That's I guess it lets you cycle your deck faster. And then this one, you may return a card of your choice from your discard pile to the top of your draw deck. Exile. It's only worth 1 point, but it does have more symbols on it. And this one, Solstice, has the same. These 2 are the same card, so they're both cities. Shoot, I don't love any of these, but I guess. I guess I'm going to take this more. And then that's my turn. And that will go there. And then we put that there. That one is exile a card from the market. You may garrison a card, gain 2 population. I like that better. Oh well. And then I have to incentivize something. So I'm going to actually incentivize that, and hopefully I can get that one. And the bot doesn't mess me up on that. So we do that. I can't draw a card, so I get to do this. I'm almost to being an Empire too. I got my Glory card, so I know I'll get to play that one next time. I could have exiled. Well, no, I couldn't because I innovated. Okay, so that's it for me. I have 5 cards. I don't know why I'm shuffling. And then I reset my tokens. It is the AI's turn again. We roll for the AI. The AI is going to keep that card right there. And then Unrest, which is other. This top card of the dynasty into. So it is an empire right now. It just became an empire. So it also has 5 progress tokens. I'm going to turn those in ones in for 5. But the Olmecs are ahead of me in terms of their development. They have now become an empire. So that goes to discard. So now we pay attention to different symbols. There's more things that can happen. So this one is now, this is, what is it going to do with this? Gain of progress and then put this card into history. Nice. Well, this is what I was saying about how the Olmecs just suddenly start getting a bunch of points quickly. And because they can get points from the cards out here, and then they get points other places. And there's its Cacao. Okay, so let's see how many points they get on this. Cacao, if able, return an Unrest from discard, so they can. And then gain a progress, and then I can return an Unrest. But I don't know that I have any to return. So they got a point, and they got rid of a negative point. I can get rid of an Unrest. I'm going to do that. Get that out of my deck. And that goes there, and then they're over here to pin card, gain a progress. And then, so they just got a bunch of points on their turn. Gain a progress, and then if able, acquire an uncivilized. They don't have any masks, so we don't have to worry about that, but they're going to acquire an uncivilized and then put this card into history. So what uncivilized card do they want? This one is worth 1. This one is worth 2, so they're going to take this one and get another Unrest. but I guarantee you they're going to get more points out of that. Another region, so that doesn't get an unrest or anything. That one says gain one population, exile card from the market. You may garrison a card. Okay. So lots of region choices. 3 region choices right now. 4 cards in hand. I'm almost to being a empire myself. I will be as soon as I get that. So we're going to be playing some cards. Okay. So I'm going to play Glory right now while it's worth it, because I wanted to get Thera back before. So I'm going to play Glory. It says this card cannot be garrisoned. So there is that. This card cannot be garrisoned. Abandon 3. So abandoning puts them back in your discard pile along with anything underneath them. So I'm going to abandon Thera and Crete and Cyprus, which is fine. I'm going to abandon all 3 of them. And then take the top 2 cards of the Fame deck and take one of those cards. So the Fame deck is where some awesome points can happen in the game. So I'm excited about that. I got Acclaimed and Free Play Imminent. Let's talk about Acclaimed first. Breakthrough for a variable point card. And then, let's see, put this card into my history. Okay. So this one is worth 1 VP per variable point card, including this one, so it's only worth 1. This one, Imminent, is a free play card, means I don't have to use an action. I can get to draw 2 cards, and it gives me 8 points. I'm taking this one. I'm taking Imminent, because right now that one is more valuable to me than Acclaimed, because I don't have a bunch of variable points in my discard and in my deck. So I've played Imminent. I got Imminent, I should say, from Glory. I played Glory. I'm gonna start playing some of my cards. That's fine. Oh, I'm not gonna get to play there again because I'm gonna become an empire here in just a second. Oh well, that's okay. That is totally fine. Because I want to play this Archipelago. You can put a card from your discard pile into your history, exile a card from the market, and you can garrison a card. Okay. Put a card from your discard pile into history. What would I want to put into history? I guess anything that's a barbarian card. So I'm just going to put that in there. Exile a card from the market. I don't want... What do I not want? I don't really want to. But it says exile, so I have to do it. So I guess we'll do this one that's worth 3 right now, just in case I'd rather have the bot get some unrest, and which are negative points. So it will get unrest, except that's also a variable point card. So, well, okay. So this is exiled out of the game, and then I can garrison a card. So I will garrison nothing because I can still play both of these, so I don't want to do that. And then for my last action here, I will put more out. You may return a card of your choice from your discard pile to the top of your draw deck. Actually, that's good for me. So ooh, I am not yet a but I'm out of action, so that doesn't matter. So the only thing that's helpful is, I guess, I don't know how it's helpful, but I'll take Imminent, and so it's at the top of my draw deck. I can exile a card from the market. No, I have to exile a card, and then I may garrison. So I'm going to play. Oh, I know how to use that. Okay. So I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Conquer, which is our barbarian card, and put that at the top of my draw deck. Then I'm gonna exile this one because I don't want the bot to get that. And we'll see what we flip. Just as bad. The Greeks are out. which is another variable point card. And then I can garrison a card. So before that happens, I'm going to exhaust this, put a card from your discard pile into your history to draw a card. So I'll put. So I just got rid of all my barbarian cards from rotation in my deck, and then I will draw this, and then I'll put this one under here where it should be for garrison it. And that's everything I can do. So I have to put this in my discard, and these tokens will come back, and that gets refreshed, and that stays there. I forgot to do my solstice stuff last time. That's a bummer. Not a big deal. Well, it might be a big deal. We'll see. I didn't even reset the bot last time, so I'm just all over the place. I'm getting excited about cards. All right, so that. But let's finish my refresh stuff, my cleanup phase. Can't do that. King minus is going to come out. I am now an empire. I got all distracted by becoming an empire. So King Minos is there. I shuffle my discard and draw back up. Actually, I have more than enough cards to actually do stuff this time. Okay, so that's everything I have to incentivize. So I will incentivize not that, because the bot's going to want that, and I will incentivize that one's, yeah. If I can get to this card before the bot can get to this card, then I want to incentivize that. It's a gamble, but I think it's worth it. All right, and then the bot's going to roll. So the bot has 6, which means it doesn't have to get rid of anything, and it's going to play every one of these cards, which is not what I want to see. First things first, it is going to, let's see, that is just an other. Gain a progress and put this card into history. Just straight up points for the bot. I can get out 5 and put these back. Actually, that's a 10, so that should have been a 5. So we'll just leave that 10 there. Okay, and then we'll do this one. A mask. A mask now, gain a progress and discard the top of the deck. All right, gain a progress. And then the bot will attack me. It's going to attack me. Discard the top card from the bot deck. So that's a benefit for it. And return an unrest, and I take an unrest. So it doesn't even have any unrest, and it's, nope, no, it does have one. So I'm going to take that one to my hand, because instead of putting it there, it in my discard. And where does this go? Oh, it just goes to discard again. There is another mask, so we'll get another progress token, and discard. It's flying through its deck again. And the last one for the bot is a pinned card, gain a progress. Okay, gain a progress. And then it will acquire an uncivilized card. And it will return a mask to the top of its deck. Okay, so first let's do the gain an there's only one, so it will gain this. And then it puts this card into history. So that's what it does. Flips over a new uncivilized card, which gets unrest underneath it. The unrest only has 6 cards in it right now, so we could see a collapse of civilization too. And nothing gets incentivized because it rolled a 6, and then we put out the new cards that I forgot to do last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just enough that I don't have to add a dynasty card. That's fine, but I can do any of my solstice stuff. I'm gonna choose to gain, let's see here, what do I need to do some development? I need to do some development. So this one costs 1 progress, 2 building materials, and a population. That's interesting. Gain 1 population during every solstice. That's the drainage system. This one is you may discard a card to draw a card and gain progress. You may pay 1 populate. I don't want that. I need to get population before I'm paying population. This lets me acquire more regions. And this cannot be played. Huh. So you just develop it to get the victory points. It's seal stones. It's kind of like gemstones and stuff. What do I want to do here? I want to work on this one, which I have enough for. So maybe I just get some more. I'm going to get population. Like that's what I'm going to get. And then other solstice things. I could pay to. No, I'm not going to abandon that yet, but I'm not going to pay the 2 either. And then I can discard a card to gain a card. I don't remember what this is. I could cheat and look at it, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to... Is there anything useless? Imminent isn't great for me right now, so I'm going to discard Imminent. And that I will gain progress because I discarded a card. Progress is points. So there's that. And Solstice is over, so it's back to me. All players may draw a card. Wait, I actually have choices. I'm going to play King Minos, and then I will gain a progress, and then I can develop, and I do want to develop. That's what I was getting ready for, so I want to develop the MInoan traders. And so I will develop this card. Developing, let me read the exact wording on it. Developing means you pay the development cost and add it to your discard pile. So I don't get to play it right now, but the cost on this one is 1 progress, 2 building materials, and a population. So I will pay that, and with that, each other player, when I play it, each other player gains 2 building materials. Gain 1 building material per amphitheater, the pottery vessels, or gain 1 population per region, or gain 1 progress per house symbol in your play area. So that's why I want to start including it in my deck. There's things I can get that are good for me doing other things. So MInoan Traders is now in my deck, and then King Minos did his job, and he goes into my history. So he's been relicked. And then I'm gonna exhaust this one, and then I will draw another card. So that is Crete. So how many amphitheaters did I? Let's see, 1, 2. I have 2 pottery, so I could get 2 pottery, but I have 2 regions. So if I play a region first, it's probably the best thing. Although I do have. Oh, I have Glory again, so I'm gonna play Cyprus. Play Cyprus, and the reason I'm playing Cyprus is to play Glory again. I like playing Glory. Can't be Garrison, but I have to abandon 3 again. So I'll abandon these 3 again. And take a look at the top 2 fame cards, because I want more fame cards. I need those points. Go milling for the cycling for those points. So this is independent. We already saw acclaimed, which is a variable 0.1 that starts as 1 point and grows from there. But independent is gain 3 building materials and 2 population. You can play it for free, and it gives you 3 VP at the end of the game. So that might be better for what I'm trying to do right now in terms of like building stuff so I can develop stuff and get those points that way. So I'm going to take that one and put it in my discard. And there's nothing else to exhaust. So I will start refreshing my stuff. It goes into my discard. And then I will be drawing. There's no new dynasty cards for me to draw. I will just be drawing 3 cards. And then it's going to be back to the bot. We're going to be finished pretty quickly, I think, with this. So 5 is going to be staying where it's at. And Gnosis goes over there. And let's see what we get to happen. Another Stone Mask. So with the Stone Mask, again, gain a progress and discard the top card. There is nothing to discard, so that will just go there, but they do get a progress token again. And another same thing. So we'll just put the 4 in and get another 5 out. There it is. And another, yep, another Stone Mask, of course. So they just got 3 points in a row. Right? Boom, boom, boom. And another point. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. It just gets those points. All right, that goes down there. And then 5 will get instant. Oh, I forgot to incentivize. So we'll incentivize just randomly there. And then 5 will get incentivized. And then now we need to draw. So we will draw another dynasty card, add it to the discard, shuffle the discard, and then lay out the bot's cards for next time. I think the bot's winning. It's got 17 progress points besides all of its points on cards, but I can be wrong. I think there's a way to adjust the difficulty. I've never, I haven't thought of, I've just been playing. Keywords, lose a campaign, blah, 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 game and scoring. Difficulty. Oh, okay, so you can change how many actions it takes. So we're on basically the regular setting, which is Imperator. No change to the normal rules, which is in medium difficulty. There's 2 below that. All right. So the bot has done everything. I can take any solstice actions. I can gain population or building materials. This time I want to gain building material. And I can discard a card. I can't choose to pay 2 because I don't have any. So I can discard a card to gain a progress. Is there anything I don't really need right now? I'm going to discard Glory that I just drew again because it's not useful to me right now. I'm going to discard that and get another progress token for myself. Another point. Got to catch up with that bot if I can. And that's all my solstice actions. Okay, so I will play. I think I'm playing cards. Yeah, I'm definitely playing cards. So I'm going to play Crete again. I may garrison a card. I don't want to. I'm going to play Independent, which is a free play. Gain 3 building materials and 2 population. So that's good for me developing cards. And I can't remember. And then I'm going to play Archipelago. I may put a card from my discard pile into my history. I don't want to do that. I just have a card from the market. We're going to get rid of the Greeks because they are too valuable to the AI bot. And put out art, which is not as valuable. That's good. And then I may garrison a card. I don't want to garrison a card. I need to check one thing. So let me check something. Okay. So I had to think for a second because okay, we're good. Everything's good. It's all good. We're good to go. And then I'm going to also play Prosperity again. All players may draw a card. I will draw a card. Choose gain 1 per Emperor. When I keep building materials. I keep forgetting those. Or 1 population per region. So it'd either be 1, 2, or 1, 2. So at this point, I have the. I think I want 1 building material so that maybe I can make pottery. My pottery make me have some progress tokens. Okay, so that's all those actions. The only other thing I got was Conquer. I guess I should have played this card first so that I could have garrisoned Conquer. That was a mistake, but I'm just going to discard Conquer. Technically, it's incentivized, so let's incentivize so I don't forget to do that again. So I will incentivize. Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to incentivize this rainforest, and then I will reset my tokens. And then I will put these in my discard. And then I will draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always forget, is it draw then discard or discard then draw? Discard then draw. Okay. Yep, so I did that right. And I have Unrest back in my hand. Oh well. It is back to the bot. The bot's going to score a bunch of points probably. So the bot's going to set that card aside and then going to do some stuff that I won't like. Unrest. So with Unrest, that's an other. It will gain a progress and then put this card into history. So it just got 1 point permanently negative, but also gained a point. So net 0 points there. A pinned card, again, a pinned card, gain a progress. And then it will acquire an uncivilized. It doesn't have anything in the discard pile, so it can't return any masks. And then this will go to history. So let's just go ahead and put this in history and see what the most. So this is 1 point, this is 1 point, and they both have an unrest. So it will just take the one on the far left. And then we have the Vikings, which is another variable. Point tribute come out. This is going to slide all the way this way. The bot will have another unrest, which is, again, a net 0 of that going into history. The problem is civilization could collapse because we are down to 4 unrest cards over here. That's the problem with it, doing all that, putting all that unrest into its history. And then another pinned card, gain a progress. And then it's going to take this card. So another progress, which is actually, it can turn in another 5 again and get, it's going to turn into 5 and 5 singles to get a 10. So it has 21 progress over here. So gain the progress, acquired this one, which has unrest with it. And that's a Jade Mask. That's cool. Draw up to 3 cards of Fable, then return a card to the top of your deck. And then that puts this in history. So it is continuing to cycle its deck and moving things along because we only have 3 unrest cards left. All right. Oops. I will shuffle since I saw that. Get that there, that there, that there, and that there. It is solstice, so I can choose to do some things. I'm going to gain a work material. And then I will, because of this card, and then this card, pay 2 and place a progress. Next time I'm probably just going to have to discard this card, abandon the card to get the progress on it. So I will pay the 2 to get a progress. That was really slow. Sometimes this is faster. Wasn't that my pottery wasn't that fast for me this time, so I'm kind of worried about my points there. And I can discard a card to gain a progress. I will discard Unrest because this is going to let me return a card of choice to the top of my draw deck, or yeah, I have things I can do. Okay, so Okay, so my solstice is over. It's getting down to it. I only have a couple turns left because how this is going. Um, so we're gonna play. We're gonna play MInoan Traders, which is one of those development cards that I got. Each other player gains 2, but that's the bot, so it won't gain 1. Do I want to do it in this order? No, I don't. No. We're not gonna play that yet. We're gonna play more first. Okay, so more goes out first. Um, so I'm going to return Unrest from my discard pile to the top of my draw deck. And then I exile a card from the market and then get Harrison a card. So we're going to exile this one again. We don't want them getting that. But it gets another variable one, which is an amphitheater. Okay. Anyways, exile a card from the market, and then I can garrison a card. I don't think there's anything I want to garrison. I guess I could exile Cyprus. You know what? No, I'm going to play Cyprus. Okay. And then I'm going to play MInoan Traders. Each other player gains their building materials, usually 2 building materials. And then I gain 1 building material per amphitheater 1, 2, 3, 4, or gain 1 population, again 4, or 1 progress per house in play. I don't think I have. I have a 2 here. So I could get 1 progress, or I could get, let's see here. I don't really need, let's see, I have 4. I'm going to get to develop something. So it's really a question of what do I want to develop. This cost me 2 progress and 5 building materials, but it reduces other things by 1 progress, and it gives me 3 points. Is there anything that gives me more than 3 points? Ooh, this gives me 1 victory point per progress. So I want to do that. So that'll give me, I have to pay 3 and 3 and 1. So I'm just gonna take the progress. It's not a lot, but it's a point. So getting points is good. And then yep. So that was my 3rd action. Although I do have free play, draw 2 cards. If I want to play it. I don't want to play that. I'm just going to be discarding that. So that actually comes later. But right now it's reset, which is incentivize, and then reset my own tokens. So incentivize this one. Oh no, that's already a lot. Oh, that one's a lot too. We're going to put it over here. Okay. Incentivize, and then reset my own tokens, and then discard. And if you're wondering, you're just joining me, why Crete isn't going back to my discard pile each time, this was a misprint. It should have had the pinned icon on both sides up here. So that goes away. I'm going to discard Eminent. I will draw Unrest in my hand. Right now, before I do this, I can develop this, which would exhaust my development, but so I have to pay 3 progress, 3 building materials, and a population to do my seal stones, which I did. And then now I will shuffle and get 4 cards. We only have a couple turns left. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards left. And it's the bot's turn. The bot is going to do some things that might end the game. We'll see. It's going to put a 4 there. That's good, probably. I don't know. We'll see. Put a 4 there. And then we do a stone mask, which is gain a progress, discard the top card of the bot deck. Not good. Okay. And then see what's here. An unrest. It will gain a progress, and then put this into history. So that is very not good because it is speeding the game along. And then it's going to attack me. So with attacking me, discard the top card of the bot deck. Oh no, oops. Flipping my cards over. So discard the top card of the bot deck, and then return an unrest, and then I take unrest because it has attacked me. I will take that because I have to take it from over there. There's only 2 unrest left there, and then a pinned card. With the pinned card, it will gain a progress, and then if able, return a mask to the top of its deck, which is good. Just points for it. Good for it, not good for me. And then we'll take these uncivilized cards, and I think that's how the game's going to end. Is we're going to run out of unrest, and civilization's going to collapse. And then this card goes into history, and then we do like this, and we will incentivize number 4 because that's what the bot rolled. Of course, because that's a big point card also for the bot. Bad for me, good for the bot. Any solstice things I can do. I'm going to gain materials. I will also, I'm going to go ahead, because I think we're getting near the end of the game, I'm going to abandon my pottery. My pottery is not that important anymore. And then I can discard a card to gain. So I will discard this Conquer, gain progress, and does that give me enough? Nope, not quite enough to get a 5 token yet. And it is my turn again. I don't think we have that many turns left though, because we have unrest here. That unrest is getting really, really ugly. So I need to check one thing, because that's a collapse if we get down to that. So if we collapse society, what is that? It's triggered if there are no cards left in the unrest pile. When collapse is triggered, the game ends immediately without even completing the current action. Count the number of unrest. And your player area, draw deck, discard, and history of the player with the fewest unrest wins. Oh, that will be interesting. Okay. I haven't ended the game that way before. Usually it's like the main deck, but I haven't been buying a lot of cards. So yeah, there's different ways this game can end, and that's what's great about it. I kind of wanted to see how many points I had versus the AI, but AI might just so it's my turn. So I'm going to get rid of this unrest. I can pay 1 population and then return that, and that's what I want to do. Don't like that. And can't play seal stones, so it just stays in my hand. But it is going to be worth points if we get to points. And so if I can develop again, if I get one more turn, I will get one more turn to develop. So I'm going to play independent and gain 3 building materials and 2 population. Actually, I could just put these 2 back and get a 5. And 2 population. And then, so that's that. And then I can choose, I have MInoan triggers, which again only gives me another single point, but I will take it. Another point is a good thing, so I will take that, turn these in for 5. Okay, and then I can't play this card. I can put a card from my history into. I'm going to do that. I'm going to exhaust this to put Conquer into my history to draw a card. Imminent is the card I draw, so I get to draw 2 more cards, which is all my cards, which is great because I have 1 more action. So Imminent goes over here, and then this is what I really wanted was I will play Glory, and I will abandon 3 locations. I'm going to abandon Cyprus, the Moor, and Crete. And with that, I will look at the top 2 cards of the Fate deck and take one of them again, which I think is me getting more good points. So Proud is 12 points if garrisoned, 8 VP if in history, 3 VP otherwise. That is that card there. And Acclaimed, which I have put back every single time. I don't think I'm just gonna take Proud, and hopefully I have a chance to garrison it. I don't know if I will with the way the AI has been playing, but 12 points would be cool if I can play it. And that's everything I can do on my turn. So we incentivize. I want to incentivize this one, I guess, and then I will be resetting my tokens. And I can draw. I don't have anything in my draw, so I can develop. These go back to my discard 2. And so what do I want to develop? What's the best card? Nothing is worth more than 3. But this lets me acquire something which might be worth victory points. So, and I have enough population for it now. So and it's an attack. But the attack is just them abandoning regions. So MInoan expansion. I think I'm going to take that one up. So I will develop it for 4. And goes in my discard. Do I want to discard anything else? Yeah, I'll discard this one and then draw back up. And it's the AI's turn. This could be the last turn. We'll see. It just depends what the AI does. I don't know. I want to see what happens without civilization collapsing, but I don't know that that's going to happen. 3, 4 new cards. I think the AI is going to make it collapse. Okay, Stone Mask, gain of progress, discard top. I mean, I guess it depends what the AI has here, right? So 5 there. The AI has tons of points too. That's what's really weird. The last time I played against the Olmec, they got a ton of points. So that's that. This is slide down. This is a pinned card, gain of progress, and then acquire. All right. There we have 1 unrest left here. This is the unique thing that's happening. And return a mask from the discard pile to the bot deck. And then that card's going to go into history. Okay. Let's see. Another pin card. So the same thing's going to happen. Gain a progress. And then acquire if able. It is able. But I don't like it because the game ends immediately. All right. So the game's done. And we just game ends immediately without even completing the current action. Count the number of unrest cards in your hand, play area, draw deck, discard pile, and history. Okay, so I have 1. I think the bot's just going to lose, which is disappointing. This is a kind of disappointing way to win the game, but I think I did win. I have 1 unrest. The bot has 1, 2, 3, 4, Um, 4 unrest, so I lose 1 to 4 on the unrest. The bot just made the it just acquired too many of those uncivilized cards. It was uncivilized and it died. So it would have had, though, let's say our point comparison. So there's 25, 28 points. Let's see any other points. Let's see in their history, 28, 31. Oh, and then it has more unrest in its history. 31 is 25, 26. Doesn't score that. 27. 28. 28 plus 29. 27. Nothing. 25. Nothing. 23. Nothing. This would be about 4. 27. 28. 29. Oh, those aren't not in history. Okay, so 27. 28. 29. 27 for the bot. Well, how many points did I have? I had 15. Minus 2 is 13. And 16. 19, because I didn't get to Garrison Proud. 19. 19. 27 for Eminent gave me 8 points. 27, 29. And this gives me 1. So this is worth 15 points. All right, I did beat the bot by a lot either way. That's unusual for me in this game. I guess I'm getting better at the game, which is a good thing. But that was Imperium Legends. I played as the MInoans versus the Olmecs. I guess I am starting to understand how to play better because I did a lot better in every way of counting against Olmecs. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you watch later on and I mess something up or you have a question, whatever, let me know in the comments. I will catch you later. Happy gaming. Bye.